Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Power of Youth. I'm your host, Enoch Wong. When was the last time you watched a movie? Was it at the cinema or at home? And what is a good movie anyway? To explore this very interesting topic, we have invited 4 great movie lovers. Many of those have experience working in the industry as well. Before we kickstart, I'm going to let them introduce themselves with the prompt. If my life were a movie, what would it be called?
Hello, if my life were a movie, it would be Coco. My name's Omar, and I'm from the US.
Hi, if my life were a movie, I'll probably say Encanto. My name is Ashley, and I'm from Singapore.
Hi everyone, if my life was a movie, it would be No Longer Human. My name is Sophia and I'm from Russia.
Hi guys, if life is a movie, it will be Zootopia. I'm Gabriel and I'm from China.
Oh, very interesting choice. I can't wait to hear more about it. Hello again, my name is Enoch Wong. I'm from Hong Kong, China. If my life were a movie, it would be The Drunken Master, an early movie by Jackie Chan. And just like previously, we have one more guest with us. Pi, why don't you say hello?
If my life is a movie, it will be The Matrix. Hello, my name is Pi, your AI assistant. Welcome to the world of movie.
Welcome to the world of movie. Of course, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do recognize that, Drunken Master is about, ups and downs that you have throughout your whole entire life. And sometimes you have to just laugh it off, right, with humor. So that's why I love this movie, and that somewhat speaks to my life. So I heard anime as well as your life. So Gabriel, do you want to start off? Why Zootopia?
I mean, we see a rabbit become the cop, right? Nobody believed in Officer Judy, and she's a female. She's such a minor role, and she did it in the end. Like, it just tell me you believe in yourself. You can be anything, right?
Yeah, fighting against the odds.
I know,
right?
just so inspirational. I want to be like her, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Anyone else?
Yeah, I chose Coco because I felt like it reminded me of my own heritage, and so it was very important for me.
Anyone else want to say? No Longer Human. I hope you are human.
It's actually a movie that was based on my favorite book.
Oh.
And the movie was about the writer and the state he was in while he wrote the book.
Enchanto. Why?
Pretty much the same as Omar. It's related to me. It reminded me of the relationship between me and my family, and I was really, really touched, and I really, really love that movie.
So before we kickstart in the core part, let's do an icebreaker, shall we?
Okay.
Let's loosen up a little bit and get to know more great movies from around the world.
Sure.
So let's go. Are you guys ready? Yes! Okay, all right, 5 seconds. All right, first word, let's go.
Warm.
Star Wars.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Second word.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
You guys are very, very good.
Oh,
This is slightly more difficult.
Where does stay?
Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Have you seen the answer before? Okay,
No.
okay, this.
King Kong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this.
Kung Fu Hustle.
No,
A
2 words.
person.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yellow
person.
tracksuit.
Actor.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
You said it.
Say it louder.
Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
Okay, the final one.
A deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop
Power
of
of
golden
It's the name of the movie. 4 words.
Isn't it the power of...
Sound of Life.
No,
No, the sound of...
The Sound of Music.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So let's swap around, shall we? Let's give them some challenge, shall we?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what?
Okay, so this is the first word.
Okay.
Bollywood.
Oh, yes!
Awesome.
That's great.
Because Indian. The Hunger Games.
No.
No.
Indiana Jones.
Sure.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Okay, let's do this.
3 words.
3 words. Actually, 2 is okay as well, but 3 words.
Lion King.
That's amazing.
Pretty good.
Oh.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if you can do a distinction between the 2.
Ipan.
No.
No.
This is
What is
something that I mentioned. Let me give it away.
Oh, how do you do it?
drunk?
It's an actor.
The actor.
Jackie Chan.
Okay, last one.
Iron Man.
Iron Man is great. So I feel like that was a great start. So let's dig deep into some of the discussion, shall we? To get into this, so we asked 100 Gen Zers from around the world. Most of them are movie lovers like yourself. The following question. The following question is, name a classic movie quotes. Do you guys have movie quotes in your head? Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hand on your buzzer. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the first person is Sophia. You're first.
The famous movie quote for Gen Z might be, "May the force be with you."
Is it in one of the top 7 answers?
Wow.
Oh,
That's great.
So the next person is Gabriel. You're next.
Okay, my answer would be, this is Sparta.
This is Spartan from 300,
Yeah.
right? Yes. Let's see if this is one of the top answers.
No.
I love the suspense. Ashley, you're next. Pressure on now.
With great power comes with great responsibilities.
I feel like the person in the button have great responsibility and power. Let's see if this is in the top answer.
Wow.
Oh, it is 15.
Great.
Omar, you're next.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and
Toy
beyond.
Story.
Let's see if you can get beyond onto the scoreboard.
I'm gonna get blasted.
It is one of the classic. I love the energy in this too. And maybe it will come up later as well. So let's come back again. Sophia, you are next.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse from The Godfather.
Let's see if this is one of the top answer.
She was like,
Okay, it is not, unfortunately. So let's review and let's see the rest of the answer. Number 7 is
so simple.
I'm Groot, which is from
Guardians of the
Guardians-
Galaxy.
number 5 is
Love you
Love you
3000.
I was
3000.
going to say that.
number 3 is.
Death is not the end of life. Forgetting is the end of life.
So this is from the Coco.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2 is life
Life.
was like a box of chocolate. Just like our answers,
Gump.
right?
Yeah.
Very, very diverse. And number 1 choice of the classic quotes amongst 100 Gen Zers is
I'm the
I'm the king of the world.
Titanic. Really, Titanic. Wow.
It is classic though,
Yeah.
it is classic. Even
makes
though you
sense.
might have not watched the movie, you might have get to know some of the scenes of this. So we are talking about movies. It's almost impossible to talk about movies without mentioning about the Hollywood, right? So Gabriel, I know you work in the Hollywood a little bit, and now
Yes.
you work in China.
Yep.
So something I always wonder, do people in Hollywood go to cinema and watch movies?
Actually, it's not that case anymore nowadays.
Oh, really?
Yeah, since the social streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, I feel like the tendency for the Americans that they tend to watch the movies at home.
What is your preference?
I prefer to watch the movie in cinema, actually. Yeah.
I agree with Gabriel as
Cinema?
well.
Yeah.
Cinema for the big blockbuster ticket.
I usually watch the movies at home
At home. So why watch it at home?
because I'm a talker
Oh, okay.
during the movies. I love
I
to
can't do
point
that.
out.
It's more of an immersive experience for me.
Interesting.
See, when I watch it at home, I would accept like, oh, the comments, like this is the way they filmed this scene and things like that. But when I'm in the theaters, it's
But do you feel the urge to comment and talk it out? I think that's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
You have the comments on.
naturally. But I reserve it till after the movie.
I like the audience when I watch the movie. They would give certain reactions.
Going to the cinema just avoid the distraction to me, so I can focus 100% on the content of the film, then connect to the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, the connection as well, very, very important. Is there any differences you notice between, for example, you working in Hollywood and now, in Asia, in China?
I think the story-wise, they are very different, right? In Hollywood, we see those big heroes, and they're talking about how individuals saving the world. But in China, especially film like The Wandering Earth, it's more about the
Collective.
collectiveness. Like they have a different idea, a Western one versus the Eastern one.
You mentioned about Wandering Earth. I think it was somewhat a hit in the US for different reasons. have you watched the Wandering Earth? And then how do you feel like the Americans have seen?
I actually watched it in China.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I felt like, wow, this was a Chinese movie, right? Like, it really hit you as if it was made in Hollywood.
That's very, very interesting. So you have some working experience actually in Singapore, working in movies, right? How do you see the movie industry in Asia?
I feel like there is a slight difference in terms of the roles you were given, but I was given a very huge opportunity to work both in the production and the post-production at the same time. So it is a very good opportunity.
So you
for
get
me.
a very good exposure across too. I noticed, Sophia, just now when the Bollywood word sort of came up, you were very passionate and enthusiastic about this. Have you been watching some of the Bollywood movies as well?
I've been watching Bollywood when I was a kid because my parents were a fan. Yeah, it was really popular in the 90s in Russia. Like you could walk into any store and the fat woman who's like behind the counter, she's just sitting there and she has this laptop with Bollywood movies on or series.
And any other sort of perspective that you have, particularly with people working in the industry, what are some of the differences that you see or how the industry has been developing?
To me, I personally feel that in Asian film industry right now, they pay more attention to the social problems around, like no matter the Indian, Korean, or Chinese cinema house, they bring attention to the social problem, like the Lost in the Stars or Never Say Never, or those Chinese films, they bring in like amnesia or like the violence in couple relationship. So they try to catch the audience attention on those social problems. So I think that's the good thing about the Asian film industry.
And they focus a lot on the story itself, right? How to tell the stories and revealing different social problems as well.
I think that the main difference between Hollywood and Chinese film industry is their focus on the visual effects, because America used to impress the whole world with its visual effects. And now the Chinese impress the world more, and American film industry, they realize that they cannot impress the world with their technology anymore because China has overstepped them. So now they try to impress the world by making movies without visual effects, like maximize the use of props, like Barbie or Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan does that all the time.
All the time. Actually, also, I think in terms of the industry, for China particularly, the use of big data and AI is something that they have an edge, where they're able to have collected a lot of data on the production process from the beginning to the end, and then they have algorithms where they'll be able to feed it and determine where they can optimize every step of the way. I think it'll be a very interesting
So it's a very data-driven approach. So interestingly, one of our guests virtually is an AI. So why do we ask the Pi, AI itself, how does it feel about integration of AI in the film industry?
As the world moves towards a more automated future, AI is sure to influence the way films are produced and experienced. Filmmakers have used AI tools and machine learning in filmmaking since the early 2000s. At first, AI was mainly used to add special effects and create other computer-generated images. Nowadays, AI tools have become increasingly integral to the film industry, with directors using them for tasks ranging from facial recognition technology to writing scripts. Moving forward, filmmakers will continue to take advantage of ever-advancing AI technologies, such as natural language processing and machine learning algorithms.
Do you agree with what Pi have mentioned about integration of AI?
Absolutely. It's the way that the technology is moving. I think the problem is only that we might have an ethical dilemma, or like, you know, we have the writers strike right now, and the question is AI plagiarism?
I think that it's totally plagiarism, because an AI, at this point right now, the AI, they cannot create new things like a human does, like a human with a soul. It just copies off of everything that has already been made
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if there is a formula for what is a great movie, why don't you take it as a reference and use it to make better movies as well?
This formula changes. It changes throughout time because the great movies that our parents thought that were great, we watch them now and we think that's not actually that great.
Yeah. Also, the human element is extremely diverse. AI's output will never be greater than its input, whereas each one of us brings a diverse background and perspective with our experiences, and we can bring that into the movie.
I think if we make good use of AI, it wouldn't be plagiarism, but we cannot deny the fact that we might plagiarize because we use AI. For me, I learn just like an AI, but the thing is I learn from this different perspective and I'm able to ask at the same time, able to question this knowledge. Whereas for AI, they are just receiving it. So it really depends on how you see.
Well, AI is used in a lot of movies already, like for the creating the blocking visual images for behind. Also for script developing, it can develop minor characters arc very easily. So it, as Ashley mentioned, like it's a distinct tool to help to save some time and work, but it doesn't really encourage originality. It doesn't really encourage creativity, which are some of the biggest thing in the film industry, right?
So it forms a very good basis and foundation to build on top of, which is where humans excel in creativity, right? Yep. So you mentioned something very, very interesting. We're going to go to Pi for a quick news clip with what is happening around the world with writers' strike.
The advent of streaming, the golden age of television.
One of the first streaming original shows was House of Cards. Spoiler alert, when they pushed Kate Mara in front of that train, it seemed like groundbreaking television. And it was fast-paced, and it looked beautiful, and it had huge stars.
Artistically, it's opened up the world. Maybe there used to be 80 shows in a year. Now you're up to 500, 550 shows in a year. And for writers, it was good because it gave people entry.
And a lot of those people were diverse young voices who Hollywood said, oh, you should come out to move to LA or New York, places where the cost of living is extremely high and you have a seat at the table. That for years created careers for people. Now, it doesn't exist like that anymore.
So just now we watched how the streaming industry and how digitalization is affecting writers from around the world and particularly in certain parts of the world as well. Do you feel the same way? Do you think this is affecting you as a professional in the industry?
It affects me in a good way.
Okay.
Because I get more potential out of it. Like I can...
You get a wider audience.
Yeah,
I
get wider audience. I get wider jobs. Like I can get a job like in an indie movie because
more opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities because the indie movies are going like higher and more popular right now in the audience because of the streaming platforms.
So I think that the streaming services provide more choices, more options, rather than watching the classic Hollywood commercial movie, and everyone is personalized to their viewing experience.
Because for you two, I feel like, this is where the industry is heading towards anyway. Yeah. So as professionals working in the industry, we have to get used to that trend, which is what is developing.
The writers, how they used to work in Hollywood and in the industry, they wrote a script, and every time this movie was screened on TV, on any platform, they would get royalties.
Yeah, yeah.
But since the streaming platforms and Netflix and Hulu, they pay you for the script, they buy your rights, and then every time the movie is screened, you don't get money anymore.
When you think of some great shows like Friends and Seinfeld, the writers were able to build a career that lasted the lifetime. Right? But now it's like I enjoyed House of Cards, right? Who didn't? But if you worked on that, then you're out of a job as soon as you're done, right? And that doesn't seem sustainable. And I feel like we should be thinking of the writers who made this show so good, right?
So well, I look forward to see how this unfold. But for this particular episode, let's see what the score has been like throughout. So Omar and Gabriel, you both did not answer one answer correctly yet, but there's 2 more rounds to go. And then coming second, it is Sophia with 10 points and Ashley with 15 points.
Good job, yeah.
Good job, good job, good job.
We gotta catch up.
So there's an extra opportunity for all of you to fight for an extra prize. Are you looking forward to it?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey.
Welcome to the speedy round. Are you guys ready to get some extra prize?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's hear the audio.
Dobby has no master.
Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, congratulations.
In case I don't see you.
Why are we not running?
Truman Show.
Congratulations, Truman Show.
Because I don't know the quote. That's why.
Okay. Guys,
I know, guys.
come on, guys.
Come on.
Okay, so next, let's hear the audio.
为了一种人，适合开始英雄。有一天，他会踩着七色的云彩来娶我，我猜这么前头，可是我猜不着这结局。
Okay, Journey to the West.
I think they just want to do this. Next, let's hear the audio.
Got into Harvard Law.
What, like it's hard?
Legally Blonde. Thank you, my sister.
Congratulations, Legally Blonde.
真実はいつも一つ。
Okay,
One Piece?
no.
Okay. So, Detective Conan.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's hear the audio.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, and you were very mean just now. Mean Girls. Congratulations. So, this is it for the round, and the winner is Omar. You definitely know your movies
Thank
as a
you.
movie lover. So, for the second question, we asked 100 young people, Gen Zers from around the world, the following question. The question is, name a benefit that movies can bring. There's certainly plenty. We are bringing you 7 top answers. So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the first person is Omar. You're first.
Nice.
Chances for you to get some points.
A movie benefit would be education.
So let's see about learning things, if this is one of the top answer. Oh, it is 11 points. A tenth of the Gen Zers love to learn things through movies. Great. So the second person is Sophia. You're second.
I think
the
that
benefits.
one of the benefits is movies help you to escape from reality.
Let's see if this is also one of the top answer amongst Gen Z. Escape from reality. Oh, it says 13, a little bit higher than 11. Congratulations. And the third person is Ashley, you're third.
I would say relaxation.
Let's see if this is one of the top answers.
Wow.
21 points. Congratulations.
The top answer.
The top answer. Gabriel.
I think movie great to get a date, right? It's
a
a reason
date.
to invite your loved one to come to the cinema, and it's romantic. Yeah.
Or potential in finding loved ones.
Yeah.
So let's see. Getting on a date is it one of the top answer.
Social bonding.
Okay.
So let's go back to the first person, which is Omar. What are some of the benefits?
It's a good conversation starter.
So let's see, getting a good conversation starter. Is it one of the top answer? Okay, so the next person is Sophia.
Yeah. Art.
Art.
Because movie is art, and you can see through the eyes of the director who directed the movie and how he sees the world.
Ah, that's very, very interesting. Let's see if appreciating the artistic value, is that one of the top answers? Good luck. Ooh.
Nice.
It says 12 out of 100 people say help appreciate art. So 2 more answers on the board. So next person is Ashley. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 2 strike, 1 more answers on the board, I think, is Gabriel.
I think for Gen Z, I think they want to see celebrity, like see their celebrity crush.
Let's see if seeing your favorite celebrity is it one of the top answers amongst Gen Zers. I think it's quite a believable answer.
Okay.
So let's see what else is on the board. So going number 7 is achieving the imagination. I think that comes with the AI conversation a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Inspiration, right?
Yeah.
And helping you to imagine and sometimes you can not escape but dive in deeper into the movie story itself. And number 2 is
Drive social change.
That's something you mentioned too. But I guess you might not think as one of the benefits, so to speak. But 19 out of 100 people from Gen Zs feel like driving social change is one of the very important parts of movies. So let's talk about that.
There's a very famous Korean movie called The Silence, and also The Parasite. They're both about the social dynamic that happens in Korea. So those 2 stories, they tend to focus on the dark side, living in a social condition that is poor, that has no rich family background, and what's the life like there for them. And The Silence specifically changed the Korean law against the sexual violence.
So I guess that's some of the young people voting for driving social change too. Because we were speaking earlier, I think, of course, the Squid Game, not a movie, but from a Netflix, is also it's a good trending, a good hit in the US as well.
Yeah.
Why do you think this attract the US attention so much?
The difficulties of social mobility. You know, particularly in the US, I would say economically, there's been a stagnation with the middle class. And so if you have that for a few decades, and then you have this Squid Games where it shows when people are just put down for so long and then they don't have options and they get this offer, which is absolutely crazy, how far would they go? You know?
It's almost like a social experiment, right? Being played out on the big screen, and it's entertaining at the same time. It's a thriller. You don't know what's gonna happen. I think with the data element, something that we spoke about, it will help this driving the rhetoric and the storyline too. So one of the trending movie lately in China is Lost in the Stars. Have anyone watched this?
I've watched it. Talks about toxic relationships and about the word PUA. In English, it means pickup artist, but in Chinese, it means
being manipulated.
Manipulating the weak.
I've watched the movie, but I felt that it is a little basic in a way where I could predict where the movie is going. I could see right through it, so I wasn't really a fan.
It's very much on the surface.
Yes.
It didn't go deep enough for you.
And I see multiple comments online saying, oh, it made me rethink about my relationship with my boyfriend, but I don't feel that way. It doesn't really hit me that much.
That's also, I think, one of the special thing about movies. So I think everyone who watched it takes something different away from it. You feel like it speaks to one of the trending challenges or social issues in Chinese society, but for you, it's not deep enough. Gabriel, what do you think?
I think they definitely try to bring more younger audiences to the cinema. So they tend to do statistics on what the Gen Z generation are curious and in knowing. So like social relationship are definitely 2 top topics, right?
So Pi has a very interesting statistic about Gen Zers, about younger audience watching movies. Let's hear it.
Nowadays, Gen Zs are consuming content on their own devices according to their own timetable. Many viewers are now second screeners accessing multiple forms of entertainment or sporting events at the same time. According to a survey done by the video tech company Bropeak in France, around 70% of Gen Zs confirmed their preference for watching videos or films in their bedrooms. And 90% opt for other screens over TV sets, with smartphones being a main source of screen time outside of the living room. Gen Zs are more inclined to watch streaming services like Netflix rather than traditional television. They are more inclined to fast forward through and only watch their favorite scenes or the most well-liked episodes.
Well, the statistic is the statistic. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I am going to disagree with watching movies on your phone.
Yep.
I'm just like, no, not for me. I need to have a TV. I just feel like the experience, you might take something away from a movie when you just put it in your phone.
I don't know if anyone of you have noticed, like when we're on the subway on the way to work, I see so many girls and guys, they will watch movie and TV on their little screen with no sound at all. They just see the screen and they just see what's happening.
And sometimes just reading the subtitle too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way for them to pass time, right? Yeah.
When I used to go to middle school, it was a really long drive to school. And I had all those movies and in my phone pre-downloaded, so I used to watch 2 movies a day.
And of course, as young professionals, young people, young movie lovers, what advice and suggestion would you have to the film industry?
From an outsider's perspective, I would say tone down the PC. I feel like we're going into a territory where we're being overly politically correct. I mean, specifically, for a recent example would be like Cleopatra in the Netflix series is portrayed with a black woman, but Cleopatra is actually ethnically Greek. So this is a historical figure. Why are we suddenly changing the race?
The storyline and everything else. It kind of ruined the story for you.
It made me feel like it really made me question the casting. And I'm trying to, it took away from me just enjoying the show itself.
But does it come with what you mentioned about representation and relatability? Because if you have more diverse casts, then they're able to reach a wider audience.
Let's take The Little Mermaid as an example.
Yep.
I'm not saying that she can't be black. She can't be played by a black actress. I'm just saying that it was originally a character who's not black. And now you bring in this inclusivity. We bring in the word this inclusivity, and people are thinking, hey, but this mermaid wasn't black, and they start attacking this black actress.
To me, I think it's really important to know about the identity, know about the cultural, historical background. You need to have context. Context is very important. You cannot talk about the race in terms of the skin color. Like the racial identity, your social minority identity, they relate to where you're from, your roots, your family, your culture, and that matters. And the political correctness that's doing right now is very shallow. It erased all of your genealogy. It erased your cultural identity. Shang-Chi is an example of having an Asian as a protagonist without touching any of the Asian cultural identities.
Shang-Chi, for me, it felt like a white person.
Yes.
but he was had an Asian face. But he was still a white person.
Is that what the American audience?
Whoa, no. I'm probably because I don't have the context, the background, as Gabriel's mentioning. But for me, it didn't feel as you're saying. For me, it was like an Asian cast, and to me it was like an Asian background story, and I had totally different feelings.
If you
from
need
that.
the Asian representation, you have to be aware who's the content contributor.
You have to have a consultant.
Yeah. You do need.
I would like
that.
to also mention, for the live action Mulan, the costume, the dresser, the wardrobe artist is white. And she said, she took inspiration from different dynasty. But Mulan is from one dynasty. Why do you have to take inspiration from so many different dynasties?
So there's a lot of appropriation going on as well. So what I'm hearing is that sometimes, yes, visually or on the big screen, we're able to see better diversity, but deep down, it might not have changed anything. Yes.
Yeah.
The inclusivity has only reached the first level.
Michelle Yeoh has won the Oscar, and at the same time, Tony Liang Chaowei also won the Lifetime Award winner at Venice as well. We're seeing more Asians being recognized for their contribution to the film industry. I just want to put attention to the Asians on this table. Do you feel represented when you see those achievements?
Yeah, I do. But I don't really think so much because personally, I don't really take in the topic about race into me. I just ignore it as a whole. I just want to achieve this achievement if I can. If I can't do this here, I can do it somewhere else. I don't have to do it in America. I can do it in China as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, do you think like America pays too much attention to race?
Yes, now.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you prefer commercially success movie or someone mentioned about artistic movie? Let's take a vote.
Personally, I have to go for that commercial movie.
Commercial movie, you?
Same as him.
Commercial movie,
Artistic movie.
artistic movie,
Art house film.
arts versus commercial. So what is the reason? What is the reason? So what are some of your favorite examples for me?
So, you know, there's actually a lot of examples. They're the big blockbuster tickets. And really, it's like when I go to the movies, I want to see like those impossible things, right? Like Tom Cruise flying off of a motorcycle, jumping over a hill or something like that, you know? And that's what I want to pay $20 for.
Well, commercial movies are more about the formula. So you have a story and you put into a formula and that's it. And art house film, they create originality. They inspire you to create new story around the people around you, and it resonates with the audiences because these things that happen in the art house film can be happen to anyone. So I think it's able to resonate with the audiences. That speaks to me. It got the emotion. It connects you emotionally.
I don't think that a commercial movie can't connect with people on that scale or like on an emotional level or things like that. Or a commercial movie can't be artistic. Oppenheimer, the music behind those movies, Interstellar, you know, they have an element of its own that I feel like people appreciate from separating the movie, just the music in the movie, for example. But then the movie itself as well is something that you feel like, wow, this was visually just so beautiful. The story was so compelling. It made me think about how small I am when I watch Interstellar, how small we all are, right? And the only way they can accomplish that, unfortunately, is through that commercial big ticket.
For commercial movie, they tend to hire celebrity, well-known actor, actress, and they usually shoot in the studio, so you have all those budgets to make special effects. But for the art house film, they tend to hire non-professional actor for the realness. Also, they shoot on real location. And in art house cinema, it's always linear in storytelling. There's no cut back and forth, no jumping the storyline, and that to me is what art film is about the realism. It tells about the reality.
But isn't the art in film also for, like, there's so many dynamics, but like acting. When you see Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar or Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, you can't distinguish Johnny Depp from Captain Jack Sparrow. You can't distinguish Iron Man from Tony Stark, right? It's like they've achieved the pinnacle of their art, right? And you get that in those movies that give them the platform to fully express themselves.
In my opinion, money kills art.
Wow.
Money kills art. Commercialism, it ruins the artistic part of the movie mostly. Because since the last movie I worked with was Moscow Mission with Liu Dehua and other like famous Chinese actors. At first, when I first got the script, I really loved it. It was really artsy, and it was nothing ever made before in Chinese film industry. That's why I agreed to work with them. But during the preparation time, like in a month, the script changed and over and over again by the producers and the people who give money, you know, the providers. They change the script. Everyone tries to like change something in it. And at the end, it just turns out just a plain popcorn commercial movie.
You have to find a balance. It's about balance.
Like
you need commercial movies to make more profit, to keep the business working. But at the same time, it's very important for artists to stay true to themselves, to do the artwork they believe into, rather than machine-like factory film. That are just product.
I love this discussion, but we need to check the score for the second round. So you ready?
Yes.
Name me 3 Disney movies.
Coco, Encanto, The Little Mermaid.
Harry Potter movies, full name.
Harry Potter, The Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban.
You said you were a big fan.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's okay, it's okay. It's a little bit of fun. Okay, so next question. You ready?
Yes.
Name me 3 of the best looking and most handsome actor. 1.
Gong Jun.
Okay. Next question. Name me 3 of your favorite movies.
Oh, Encanto, The Little Mermaid, and Coco.
You're recycling all the answers. Name me 3 movies you wish you want to watch on a date with the other half.
On a date?
Yes. Ashley, I'm sorry. Very, very sadly, you did not pass the test. But there's an opportunity to win the overall winner. So best of luck, and let's move on to the next round. So we're gonna move to the third and final question. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we asked 100 young people, 100 Gen Zers from around the world, the following question. The question is, name a movie that can heal you when you are down. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the first person is Gabriel. You are first.
I would say Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
Toy Story.
Right.
To infinity and beyond.
Let's see if Toy Story is one of the top answers amongst young people.
Damn it. Okay.
I think maybe the votes is spread out between Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, and etc. Okay, so let's see. The second person is Sophia.
I think that it might be Coco.
Ooh.
It might be Coco. Your movie.
It might be.
It might be. So let's see if Coco is one of the top answer.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And worth 3 points as well. 19.
Nice.
So the third person is Omar.
Yeah. La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land. Let's see if La La Land is one of the top answer. There is indeed a lot of choices to do that. So the next person is Ashley. That would be a good choice. What would that be?
Totoro.
Totoro, right? My neighbor, Totoro. Let's see if this is one of the top answer.
Oh, yay! Hey.
Congratulations, 18. Very, very close to the first as well. So the next person is Gabriel.
I'm thinking about chocolate right now, so Forrest Gump.
Chocolate. When life gives you a box of chocolate.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna be, right? You never know what you're gonna
Forrest
get.
Gump. Let's see if Forrest Gump is one of the top answer.
Ooh.
Congratulations, 17. Okay, there's five more to go. 5 more to go. Okay, the next person is Sophia.
I'd say for Gen Z, it'd be Flipped.
Let's see if Flip is one of the top answers.
Wow.
Omar, you're next.
Okay. See some answers. I think I'm gonna go with 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of Summer. That's a lot of days for summer. 500 Days of Summer. Is it in one of the top answers?
Wow.
Wow.
It is with 11 points. Congratulations. Okay, so the next person is Ashley, right?
Hit me with the eyes.
Ashley. What movies will you watch when you're down? When you face adversity?
Encanto.
Encanto. That's one of the movies you describe your life as, right? Let's see if Encanto is one of the top answers. Unfortunately not. I love this movie as well. So let's review the rest of the answers. At number 8 is
Echoes of Rainbow.
Echoes of Rainbows. Oh, have you watched it before?
No.
Because Echoes of Rainbow is a movie from Hong Kong as well. So it's, at least for me, 5 people have watched it.
You're one of them.
Definitely one of them. Okay, coming in number 7 is Good Will Hunting. That's another classic as well. And last but not least, at number 6 is
Life is beautiful.
Life is Beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
They're all great movies. Whether we are down or not, some are heavier, but some are also way to escape and relax as well. But one thing that we cannot escape from is the final score among all of us. So the final round is triple. So let me announce. Let's start with the 4th place. Omar, you come 4th with 44 points.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank
For
you.
a movie lover.
So, coming 3rd is Gabriel with 67 points. Congratulations.
Nice.
And Ashley coming 2nd with 90 points. Congratulations.
Wow.
So, coming 1st is Sophia with 128 points. Congratulations.
Yay.
Speech.
I want to thank my parents, I want to thank my teacher, and I want to thank you and Omar and everyone and all of you. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations. We have an amazing discussion in very, very different topics as well. Some disagreement, but it was great. But the question is, what is movie to you? Anyone want to go first?
For me, movie is tradition. It's the place that I can always go back to, alone, with friends, or with family.
To me, movie is relaxation because I like to do it during my free time and I will be able to relax while watching a movie.
For me, movie is escape. Escape from the reality, escape from my current problems of my life.
Movie is culture to me. Like, it's a chance for me to see different cultural background of different country and explore and experience in it. It's amazing.
So movie is beautiful, just like our answers. Life is beautiful. So I hope everyone enjoy life. When you have time now and then, go to the cinema and watch a movie and relax, escape, right?
Yeah.
To learn about different culture and could be a great tradition. Thank you so much. This marks the end of this current episode of The Power of Youth. Until next time, goodbye for now.
Bye.
Goodbye.